All right, everybody, it is Sunday evening, about 20 minutes after 7 p.m. on October 10th. We are on our way to Daytona, Daytona bound. Here we go. Now, we're not going to make it there all the way tonight. Our goal tonight is just to make it through the Atlanta area so that we don't have to deal with Atlanta traffic tomorrow. So we'll stop someplace down there near Griffin, maybe even Macon. Try to get a good night's sleep. Like I said, it's only 7. It takes us about 4 hours or so to get there. Be early enough, still get some sleep, get up early, and finish the trek to Daytona in the morning. So follow along, here we go. Guys, I finally stopped here, and I don't know what's going on. I pulled into a Love's, so I get some fuel and go to the bathroom. And look at this. Guys, it took a few minutes, but the truck next to us moved, so I moved over a lane. This truck right here. So when I was behind, I still ain't seen the guy. He hasn't come out. He's not getting fuel. He's not in his driver's seat. Don't know what's going on there, but anyway, we're getting fuel. We may find a place here to park. We'll drive the parking lot once we're done. And if there's a spot I can get into, we might go ahead and just lay in here for the night. If not, we will continue on somewhere else. But this place looks pretty busy, so I'm not feeling like we're gonna find a place, at least not one that I will be able to get into. Remember, with Goliath, I got to find a straight back. I can't alley dock like a fifth wheel truck can. It just doesn't work. All right, guys, as you can see, $500. It almost filled it, not quite all the way. I just prepaid, so that's all it took. I could have probably put $550 in there or so, but doing a quick walk around, checked everything inside. The bike is still standing up. The car is still strapped down. Everything's looking good in there. All the tires are looking good. Chains, all that stuff looks good. So we're gonna roll through the parking lot and see if we can find a spot. If not, we're gonna get back on the highway. Guys, as you can see, we did not find a place at the Love's. We drove a few more miles down the road to the Pilot and still no luck there. Now, there were spots at both truck stops, but there weren't spots that I could actually get into. So we just kept driving, and then we're here like mile marker one, I don't know, I forgot what mile marker right now. Anyway, we drove a little bit further down the road and we found a rest area, and luckily we found a spot in the rest area. So this is where we're gonna land for the night. So we're gonna shut this truck down and we're gonna go get some sleep. Catch you guys in the morning. Well, good morning again, guys. All right, it is just about 8 a.m. You see the sun peeking up there behind me. You know, I never told you guys what time it was when we stopped last night, but it was about 12:30 in the morning. So I slept till about 7:30. I didn't get to bed at 12:30. It was still 1:30 or so before I actually got to bed. And we're gonna get this thing going. Taking Rue for a walk, gonna top off the generator, and then we're gonna try to find a truck wash. You know, and I gotta tell you, I think I slept pretty good last night. The air was crisp and cool. You know, like I said, we pulled in here around 12:30 this morning, and you know, no air conditioning or anything. We just opened up the windows, and of course we've got the ceiling fan above the bed, and it was just perfect in there. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't too warm, it was just that perfect temperature. So it was a pretty good night. There he is. Goliath is in the bay, getting all cleaned up. Told him to go ahead and do the works on it. This has been the first time we've had a truck wash since May, if you guys remember. We were on our way to Myrtle Beach in the spring. We stopped and got the truck washed. And normally we do it on the way to Sturgis, on the way to Laconia, but you know, we never made it to Laconia. When we got to Sturgis this year, some of you may recall the truck wash that we normally use was no longer open. It was out of business. So we weren't able to get it washed, and that was the only truck wash for over 350 miles. So it just didn't happen. And then everywhere else we're going, it was either raining when we were passing a truck wash, or we just didn't have time to stop, or something happened. So yeah, he's way overdue for getting a cleaning. Now what stinks about this is we're in Tifton, Georgia. So we've still got, I don't know, 200, 250 miles left to go, I think, until we actually get to Daytona. So, you know, it's not gonna be spotless clean, but there really aren't any truck washes that are on the way after this. There is one in the Jacksonville area, and I'll be honest, I went there one time. They did an absolutely terrible job, and they were more expensive than the Blue Beacon. So I'm not gonna pay more to get less. It just doesn't make any sense. And there is a guy that will come out to the Speedway and wash the trucks. But right here at the Blue Beacon, this costs $112 and change. And that's when they do the tires, shine, the whole 9 yards. The guy that comes out at the track, because he's mobile, he charges $250 to $300 to do the same thing. And I'll be honest, it's just, you know, I don't see where you're getting the value there. Now, I may have somebody come out and polish up the wheels. It's been about 2 years since I had the wheels polished, and they definitely need it. So we may do that once we get there. Yeah, I'm happy with it. All right, guys, that looks so much better now. I know it's not perfect. I know Goliath is definitely by no means a show truck, but definitely looks better when he's cleaned up. Get those wheels polished, look sharp again. All right, guys, it's about 10:30 in the morning. Got a few hundred miles to go still. Gonna get the move on. guys, we're here at Daytona International Speedway right there behind me. So it's only about 2:30 in the afternoon, so we made pretty good time. There's only 3 or 4 other vendors here. I see Scully's here, I saw Lodall's here. There's a Vance and Hines truck and a Hot Leathers truck. Other than that, looks like just a few of us. I don't know where I'm going to be yet. Normally they've got the spots marked out here on the ground, and I'm looking at these spots and none of them are big enough according to the markings to fit Goliath in our setup. So I'm hoping they didn't move us, and if they did, I hope they didn't move us too very far. I have found that sometimes customers have a hard time finding you even in the same parking lot if you've moved more than a few feet. So let me get this all figured out so we get the truck parked and set up. All right, guys, we finally found our spot. We're a few spaces down from where we normally are, but we're still relatively right out front of that Advent Health gate. So hopefully it won't be too hard for customers to find us. But the truck is in place. I got it leveled off. We are ready to go. We are not going to go ahead and do setup today, though. Chip's going to meet me here tomorrow, so we can go ahead and get the majority of it set up, and then I'm going to have him help me with some of the repairs on the trailer. I say repairs, putting those bolts in and the sealant and the whole thing we talked about in the last video. That I just didn't get time to do at home, but the 2 of us, we should be able to knock it out in about half a day. So that's going to be the plan for tomorrow then. I just checked the weather forecast for the next week, and today is our biggest chance of rain for the entire show, and it's like 63%. I mean, you can see there's some clouds up there, but the rest of the week it's 10s, 15s, 20s, and some low 30%. So we hopefully will have fantastic weather, which is always key at a motorcycle rally. Well, guys, I think that's going to be just about everything for here. We're just going to do some paperwork and relax for the rest of the day. That we get started on everything first thing tomorrow morning. Remember, giving away a set of love jugs at 10,000 subscribers. Share, subscribe, like, send it to whoever you can. Let's win somebody some love jugs, and let's get some subscriber base built. All right, guys, until the next time we see you, keep those engines running. Well, guys, before I close it out, the polishers just showed up here. And they're getting to work, and look, they just sprayed some of their cleaner on and hosed off, and they already look 100 times better. But let's give them some time to get that done and get these wheels all shiny.